everyone, what's going on? Joey here. Are you ready for episode 3? Let me tell you, I'm so excited for this. We get to see Group A again. Let's go through everything we know about the show. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So as you can see, I am extremely excited because this episode is the first wild card. That's right, the first wild card episode. Now, they did give us a preview of what's going to happen on the show. Here you go.
Fox Wednesday, it's the most powerful performance yet.
This is my first season, 5 tiers.
Plus, a new masked celebrity joins the competition as the first ever wild card.
The rest must be quaking in their boots.
As you can see, a lot is happening on this episode. First of all, Niecy Nash is still in as the host. Hopefully we'll get Nick back in a few weeks. I'm actually hoping for next week's episode, but we'll see what happens there. Now with episode 3, we're seeing Group A again. Group A is the Robopine, the Raccoon, we have the Russian Dolls. Are we going to see a third one? I don't think so. I think for this episode there's only 2. But our guess is still sort of like the same. It's a boy band, I'm thinking. We have the seashell, and then from the wild card, we still don't have an official photo to put on there. We have the orca, aka the whale. Now, the way that I think it's going to work, not 100% sure yet because they really haven't aired it yet, but they kind of copy this from the way Ukraine does it, their version of The Masked Singer. So the way that I assume it's going to work is they're all 4 of these are going to perform. Then the last person who's going to perform is the wild card. And then from there, everyone at home, when they judged like a month ago, will then pick, which one they liked the best and which one they didn't like as much. And it is possible that one of these 4 make it voted out, and then this one takes their spot. Then you'll still have 4 contestants. It'll happen again for over here, then happen again over here, and happen again over there. But if you read online, it almost looks like we might have instead of a Super 8, might have an Ultimate 8. I know, kind of interesting. If you look, actually, a few episodes ago, not the last video before that, we talked about the scheduling. And there shows that in 2 weeks, we're going to have a 2-hour-long episode. So maybe that might be the Elite 8 performing and we get 2 reveals. Maybe, we don't know yet. It's a new format. We're still kind of learning everything. Now, we are going to go through the pitch correct audio. At least I'm going to give you guys the pitch correct audio. I'll put that at the very, very end of the video. But we did do the pitch correct audio the last video, so I'm not going to really highlight it as much during this one. But to go through the episode, we should go through all the clues so far that we have. Starting off with the Russian Dolls, because so far, at least according to Google, this is like the #1 performance group that you guys like on the show. This one and Robopine, which Robopine, just looking at this crew here, Robopine is definitely my favorite, though I feel like Raccoon is going to get the axe this week. That's my personal opinion. I feel like while he is very talented, and by the way, you can totally tell what his voice is in our pitch correct audio, which you're not hiding from us. And if you go through my Instagram, I'll get a picture with him on there too, from a while ago. But anyway, I think the Raccoon will be the one going this week. Anyway, Russian Dolls. They say, you see, I've been doing my own thing for quite some time. Rewind to the beginning when I was the world's hottest toy. Those were the days, but I knew I was more than just something to be toyed around with. A puppet. And as much as they tried to put me in a box, I just didn't fit. So which one is actually doing the talking here? Because there's obviously 2 or more here, right? Right. Newer, shinier manufactured toys filled the shelves, so I was easily cast to the side. A boat wheel, we kind of see right there. And it was the best thing ever, turns out. I could still sell without being a total sellout. Visual clues, including the Misfits toy store, which had a bunch of Z's in it. We saw the breadsticks, a cup of milk, puppet strings, a box that said office, a ship's wheel once again, 2 signs, one saying Garden State Highway. We have Garden State Parkway here in New Jersey. Garden State obviously refers to New Jersey, so maybe it's a band from New Jersey. Then from there, the other sign says coming to a country near you. Crazy, right? Now it's time for the seashell. She says, when I was young, I was pulled by the tide all around the world with my family. So obviously someone that's been traveling a heck of a ton a lot. Always adrift, I never felt grounded. So I found my peace by the shore. When my career took off, it was like a massive tsunami of success. But like my childhood, I still drifted wearing many hats. I often wonder if I found my true calling. That's part of why I'm here. I haven't sang in a really long time, but I really want to face my fears. Visual clues included a hot dog or a sausage, whatever way you want to look at it, a chameleon, a cowboy hat, a witch's broom, and a bell. By the way, that voice also does sound familiar, so if you listen to Pitch Correct audio, you might know who it is. After that is the raccoon. Sometimes to get happy endings, you have to go through hell first. In my darkest days, I faced death. Oh, desperate to stay sane, I recited my favorite story, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I was Quasimodo, locked away. Only difference is he was innocent and I actually was a monster. I promised God that if I ever got a second chance in life, I'd only do good, and I'm still fulfilling that promise to this day. Visual clues included a jail cell, magnifying glass, stained glass, with him fighting a snake. This one's quite obvious. But anyway, now it's time for the last one, Robopine. Hello there. I may look prickly, but don't be scared. Why do I say it like a 1930s like newspaper boy? Where I came from, I was forced to grow thick quills. I was left to fend for myself with nothing but a dream. So I went on a mission to get on Hollywood's radar. I used 411 every day and night to make a connection until a certain angel said hello. For those wondering what 411 is, because there's probably a lot of youngsters on this show, you hear me? On this YouTube channel, 411 would have been how you were looking for someone to call. So like say if I wanted to call John Smith of Wildwood, New Jersey, I'd have to call 411 and be like, hey, I'm looking for a John Smith. They would give me a list of them and I would say, oh, we're looking for this one. But if there's multiple ones, you had to just keep calling and calling and calling until you found the right one. So he goes on to say that random call changed my life. Now I'm on my next mission, and when I have my sights on something, no one can touch me. Visual clues included a lock, a spaceship, DNA, a statue of George Washington, and an old bulky phone showing off how old this person is. So, those are all the clues we have. We don't have any clues for the orca, the whale. I don't know. Honestly, it's weird because if they do a wild card performance, do we get clues? Do we get clues before they go on? These are all great questions. I don't have an answer for you. Anyway, now it's time for the Pitch Correct audio. I'm just going to play a little bit for you, the original stuff and then our stuff. And here you go.
Well, my kids and my grandkids told me I was supposed to hang it up a long time ago.
Well, my kids and my grandkids told me I was supposed to hang it up a long time ago. 60 years old, and I really appreciate the love.
60?
It means a lot.
Sometimes, to get the happy ending, you have to go through hell first.
Sometimes, to get the happy ending, you have to go through hell first. In my darkest days, I faced death. Desperate to stay sane, I recited my favorite story, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I was Quasimodo, locked away. Only difference is that he was innocent and I was actually a monster. I promised God that if I got a second chance in life, I'd only do good. And I'm still fulfilling that promise to this day.
Well, I've always wanted to sing. On stage. I used to way back in the day, and I kind of stopped to pursue other careers.
You see, I've been doing my own thing for quite some time. Not like in the beginning, back when I was the world's hottest toy.
You see, I've been doing my own thing for quite some time. Not like in the beginning, back when I was the world's hottest toy. Those were the days. But I knew I was more than just something to be toyed with, a puppet. And as much as they tried to put me in a box, I just didn't fit. Newer, shinier, manufactured toys filled the shelves. So I was cast to the side, and it was the best thing ever. Turns out, I can still sell out without being a total sellout. And I'm ready to show there's even more beneath the surface.
So comment below who you think they might be. There's some good guesses out there. Look, I've spoken to so many people. We definitely know who's in Group A already. But hey, while we're at it, tell me who you think is in Group B. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Stay safe, everyone. And remember, tomorrow, 1 hour before the show, we're going to go ahead and go live. We'll talk about all this all over again, answer any of your questions. So I'll see you an hour before the show tomorrow. I'll see you later. Bye.